Morning. We'll look at an issue today of why did Jesus act? We look at John 13, 1 to 15 to begin our study. You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If then the Lord and the teacher washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I gave you an example that you should do as I did. We have often heard the question, what would Jesus do when we are faced with a situation? But I think a better question for us to ponder is, why did Jesus act? As we look at our text, Jesus is having his last meal together with his friends. He has told them that he and the Father are one, in total agreement. And will go on to tell them that we are to be one with him and each other, just as he and the Father are one. He goes on to give them a visual example of how he would have us behave. He, the greatest of all, stoops to become the least. Jesus, the Creator, makes himself the most humble of all servants, the one responsible for the personal hygiene of the guests. It was the responsibility of the lowest servant to take care of the foot washing. They walked in sandals, open shoes, and they walked the dusty roads, and their feet became dirty. So when you came inside, in order to not drag the dirt and to give more comfort, the lowest servant, would wash the dust off. So Jesus tells us that we are to do likewise. We are to think and act on what is best for others. He tells us that we are to behave exactly as he behaved. So, what does it mean for us to behave as Jesus did? Does it mean only that our actions and/or our behavior is the issue? Or is there more involved? I believe that when Jesus told us to follow his example, he meant for us to go beyond the outward actions, to dig deeper, to go to the very core of what he did. Not just think, what did Jesus do? But I believe the only way we can answer the question, why did Jesus act, is to take a look at Jesus to discover his reason for acting. So why did Jesus act as he did? I see the answer very clearly in John 3:16. For God so loved. The overall motivation of Jesus was his inexplicable love, a self-giving love, God's love. He said, I only do as the Father tells me, and I only say what the Father tells me to say. What does that mean? I believe it means that Jesus and the Father were in such harmony that he knew the way he was to act, what he was to say. It is more than us knowing the Word, the Bible. It is more knowing the Word, Jesus, intimately. It is discovering the same oneness with him that he has with the Father. So how can we do this? What would this look like fleshed out? Drop a comment with your answer. Thank you. Have a good week.